everybody. Welcome to the Brony Show, where everything, no matter how we test, try, practice, preach, and do whatever we need to, we could spend hundreds of dollars. We can plan an infinite amount of times. We could practice and rehearse like it was a freaking Broadway show, but the time that it comes to actually do something, it always fails. And that's the Brony Show. And I am your host, Failure, for the entire show, as always. I am Circuit Main. And here is with me is a bunch of people that will comment as I try to keep things going on the rickety train that we call this show. We have Deathlight Productions.
Hello, I'm failure number 2.
We have Tech Stallion.
Yep.
We have DM21.
What's up?
We have Toakoi.
I'm not a failure. I just don't function right.
And we have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Who is currently muted.
Damn it, I forgot I was muted. Yo.
The third failure of tonight.
And here we also have Short Circuit.
Yeah, kinda. We're working on stuff.
Alright.
I was just a bit busy earlier, so I was surprised the show hasn't started yet when I came back in.
We're having some issues. I'll go ahead and address that right now because I might as well. So the plan still was, I don't know at this point. We were trying to get we had everything set up for a draw pile. I was able to get a public server. I was able to get set up with a password. I got Toa in it, which I figured was enough. But apparently, for some weird reason, we're having issues where it's prompting for passwords that it shouldn't, and it is not letting people in. Though I just realized
Might be something wrong with the server itself.
It could be, or I also just realized I don't know if Suki has the latest version of Dropal. Giving it a thought.
Yeah, I downloaded the one that was on the main page.
Yeah, it's gotta be the latest version. So yeah, I don't know. We don't know what's going on with that. We might try to get something figured out, but worst case scenario, we might have to go on to an extreme plan B. However, that is neither here nor there. We're running behind. We were supposed to start a while ago, and of course we were going to warm you up with witty banter, exchanges of happiness. Instead, of course, things have to break, so now I'm in a really angry, annoyed mood, as usual. So it's just like I let Toa go on a rant for 5 minutes, so everybody knows what to expect.
Okay. First off,
I'll be
get
back in a bit.
time that you mute me.
See, this is kind of why I also wanted to do the dropout. Admittedly, I'm not exactly 100% up to snuff. Holidays have been exhausting. Everything's exhausting right now. I just figured we could all use something fun and enjoyable, but you know what? I'm getting into some crap here. Let's get into some good stuff. So, as I was mentioning before, I wanted to bring on some friends of the show. Of course, I'm talking about Drata Arcana and his team, which are setting up Pony Wars. Of course, this was a card game we talked about a few months back, and there's been some updates since then, and he wanted to give us a special update on it. So, I'm going to immediately drag him over here because I think it'd be funny to scare him. Okay, Trata, give us a spiel. What's going on? You got to give us a talk here. We're all here. We're all anticipating.
Well, hi, Circuit Man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to drop you in like this, but I thought it'd be funny. It kind of was.
I was prepared for it. I was actually reading through some of the other to-be-released stuff just briefly, just to make sure that, I didn't get my stuff crossed. So we have a lot of lore that is incoming. So about a few months ago, we found another fanfic writer by the name of Wings of Black Glass. And ever since then, one of the things that our project has been struggling with is there's too much to this world and we can't get it on paper.
Yeah, that is always an issue. You have this big idea and then suddenly, but how are we going to explain it?
Right.
Well, yeah, you got to give the lore.
Categorize all of it into stories, lore, characters.
Yeah, that is the biggest issue when you are doing a project like this.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we actually have a very in-depth world that dates back approximately thousands of years. So we're talking about a world with a huge amount of history already pre-built. The cities are also pre-built, and if people want to read the stories, they will be on FinFiction. But the two that we've actually released two in the time that we last talked, Circuit Main.
Uh-huh.
We released the Queen Solar Flare, which was the initial release of basically the main, one of the main heroes in the game. Her full, almost 2,000 words for just the backstory of that character. And what we're doing is we're setting the scene for the actual war in this. So we're talking about character backgrounds of how the war started. And so we have Moonlight planned. Moonlight won't get released until the end because her backstory says a lot of information that we don't want to spoil people on necessarily. But we are going to be releasing a bunch of other characters over these next couple weeks. So one of the things that we're definitely doing is we want to get this information out there. And the reason for that is we actually are trying to get this world in this universe out there to the fandom because we don't want to hug it. There's been a lot of discussion on the team that we want people to, look at this content and say, hey, I can make my own OC in this world.
Yeah, that's kind of reminded me of an old universe idea where the show and the real world crossed over and people turned into the OC.
Any case, Toa, I think that might be a little bit off the topic.
Yeah.
Right.
So, as far as the lore goes, over the last couple months, we have had regular meetings. We're talking about 2 to 3 meetings a week, just trying to hash out this world. And we think that we've done a good enough job to where most of the stories are written, the lore is all figured out, and we're pretty much done completing the lore. So now we're going to make that available to anyone. If you just want to read it for the story Bible, you can read it for the story Bible. If you want to take the story Bible and say, hey, I can make content on this. The war centers around the attack of a diplomatic meeting similar to the UN that they call a conclave between kingdoms. And there is, believe it or not, a changeling attack. But no one knows that it's changeling. And that is actually what starts the war.
So someone smarter than Chrysalis planned the attack.
I was about to say, so
Yeah.
Changeling's actually doing their job and being sneaky.
Infiltrators.
So one of the things that we wanted to do with the changelings in this world is make it so they're more skilled at stealth than changelings in MLP.
Yeah.
Their kind of roles in society are as spies, assassins, and that's kind of their trademark. They also have a close relation with griffins, who specialize in assassination and mercenary and merchants. So those two, we haven't fully hashed out everything on them yet, but that's where it's looking. Now, I'm not going to say who's behind the changelings, just know that it is not a changeling.
That is an interesting twist.
The plot
Okay.
thickens.
All right.
So,
I do have a bit of a question. I do note here that it says pretty much in the second paragraph that this is definitely not based off of the world of Equestria. It's a world of its own. Are you going to be having creatures that are similar in name to some of the pony creatures, or are you going to be using some wholesale or things that we boggle the mind and ensnare the senses and make us wish for our Krampuses?
So the first few sets that we plan to release are basically your familiar MLP races: Kirans, Changelings, Dragons, Unicorns, Pegasi, Earth Ponies, Alicorns. And then after that, we plan on releasing entirely other mythological creatures. We plan on delving into maybe a whole new race or a whole new species, and we plan on making more, including possibly fan favorites like bat ponies or shark ponies.
Sharks.
Yep.
I always like back pony names to be thistles, but that's on me.
Yeah, so there has been a lot of talk about, what future plans on the project. And while we like to, on my team, like to surmise, what the future sets are going to be like, I constantly have to tell my team, well, we can fantasize about what set 20 looks like. Let's get set 1 done.
Speaking of set 1,
issue.
when do you expect to dole out the cards from the backers on Kickstarter?
So that is still planned for April 10th. Everyone should be receiving their packages on April 10th, 2021. That date has not changed.
That leaves me a big question there then. April 10th is suspiciously close to the beginning of some of the U.S. conventions having a physical presence again.
Let's hope.
Is there a hint to that, or am I speculating?
You would be on the dot on those suspicions. Yes. One of the things that we do want to do is make sure that the game is available at conventions. And I actually had a conversation with Arts and Prints about possible vendor negotiation.
Ooh,
if you don't know who Arts and Prints is, they do attend various pony conventions, and they have a deviant art too with various products.
We are aware of them. We actually we played a little bit of ironically Roan book RPG Roan with their head Torben for some time.
Yes, those are negotiations that are ongoing between us and them. They are interested in carrying it, but we still need to work out all the details on that.
Yeah, the logistics are always fun, aren't they?
So it sounds like if it is going to go forward, you might be a part of the second book for Round.
No.
That's how we know Torben. This is completely separate of it. It's its own separate entity.
Roan is not involved. It's just a fun friendship through that.
I can't go too much into those negotiations yet because we don't have full details on that as of yet.
I understood. We're not going to pressure for that.
You're not. I'm gonna do it. So what's good? No, no, I'm kidding. Ow! Sorry. Wow, I bit my lip. The irony. Okay. Well, it definitely sounds exciting. I mean, this is some amazing stuff. It looks like you're getting a good chunk of new members in already. Taking a look at this whole world. Do you have anything? I mean, you got fan fictions planned from the sounds of it. You're going to be expanding the universe. Of course, the card game is going to be the general stop here. It sounds like you're taking a few notes out of Magic the Gathering. Are you also going to maybe kind of delve into maybe possible role-playing realm, or just kind of keeping that to the side there?
So our actual focus is on 2 things: generating the base world and the base lore, and major influential characters or magic artifacts and so forth. And our other focus is the card game. Once we have the lore and the magic artifact set for each future set, it will be up to whoever else, whether they want to make a role-playing game or whether they want to do more with this world, I'm going to leave that up to the fandom. For the most part, we're just going to be generating any new major characters that will come into the world, or we will be focused on lore that is directly influential of the set after these initial lore pieces are put together.
So,
Sounds excellent.
so
Because
you're
we all know how fans can take these sort of things and make something truly unique and interesting.
so just to make sure I understand and probably reiterate a bit. So your focus is going to be mostly on the card game and the general aesthetic of the world, and then just kind of let free for the fans to run with it however they please, or to not maybe not however they please, but to basically play in that world and expand on it with their own fandom ideas for the world.
Correct. And we also made it very clear in the group that if we, the creators, me and my co-creator, if we feel like that there's an OC story that gets posted to the group and we see that and we read through it and we're like, oh snap, that would make a great card, we certainly would notify the author that we're going to be making a card of it.
Cool.
And
I have to ask this before anyone else intervenes.
shit.
If you get enough traffic to the fan fiction website, is there any plans in the future, not the near future, but in the future in general, of printing a book series of what you've created?
Good
Like-
question. We plan on, if we do end up getting enough traffic through the fan fiction, we might just make a hard copy story Bible. That has not been something that we have directly talked about, but it is something that we will definitely look at in the future and see if that would be worth our time, because it's another thing that we could potentially either sell on our table on the world and stuff, because we're already doing things like planning playmats, planning the card game, and if we have a book, that just makes it better.
Awesome, because
stuff.
I'm always looking for more reading material, and sometimes reading through the computer screen is just too straining for some people.
Yeah, that's understandable, and I think that that's something that definitely we can look at, and something I can talk with my lore team about to see if that could be a possibility. We would have to look at, of course, the financial side of getting a book printed.
Of course.
As of now, that's something that's probably going to have to hold off until we get the game up and running.
That did give me a little pause for thought here on just if anybody does contribute to this lore, is it going to be kind of an open arms, everything is welcome, or is there going to be maybe a review, like a review process or something that's like, okay, you know what, this kind of fits into the lore. It's not one black alicorn that comes from Equestraland and suddenly takes over the entire universe of this world. So yeah, we're not gonna let that go. Or yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much going to let people do what they please. Heck, if they want Twilight Sparkle to appear in this universe, go ahead. I'm not going to stop it. It's, the lore of this world, as the official lore, it could potentially support stuff like that. But we're not going to condemn, pieces of work, because once again, they are fan fictions on our world. And fan fictions are they're fan fictions, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I was just curious what falls under the umbrella of community created content that would fall under this world, or community created content that, while you may give a thumbs up or just a smile and a nod, you're probably not going to incorporate into the lexicon because of either legal issues or maybe other questionable issues.
Yeah. Well, definitely one of the things that, we don't want to happen is we don't want someone to come to us and say, why don't you make a Twilight Sparkle card? Because obviously we can't do that due to copyright.
Right.
So we want to make sure that, we allow for people to have as much creative freedom as they want to do with this world as they please, but we also don't want to allow, we won't do anything with a fan fiction or create a card off of obviously MLP or Hasbro owned IPs. So definitely, we would encourage that people stay within the rules of the lore of the world, but they don't necessarily have to. I'm not gonna, a lot of people are allowed to interpret lore in the way that they desire.
It's good that you're not including the actual MLP characters like Pinkie Pie or Twilight Sparkle, because we've seen all throughout the years that Hasbro will protect their IP, either it's from goodwill or blatant plagiarism, like Jan Animations. His animations were on par with the show itself, and they were amazing. But Hasbro asked him to stop because they wanted to protect their IP.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things that we got questions about is, so you're using solar flare. So is that Princess Celestia? Well, that's why we've released that storyboard first, to show this character has nothing in relation with Celestia.
Clarification is everything when you're jumping around lawyers and lawsuits.
True enough.
Yeah, our distribution team and our legal team have said that we should be all right.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just glad to hear that you actually have a legal team instead of flying it solo. I've just known so many projects that kind of went without, and yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
So yeah, it's just kind of like good on you. Big thumbs up on our part here for that.
Yeah, well, when I say legal team, it's kind of merged with our distribution team as well, and we've kind of been trying to have different people on the project that have all different skill sets, and that's what's really made the project shine over this last year. And I'm going to tell you, as of yesterday, the game has been in development for 1 year exactly, as of yesterday.
Huh. Wow, I didn't realize that. Huh. A little bit of a Christmas gift for us, I guess, or holiday gift, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, this is also technically a holiday gift that we're giving everyone, is the story of this world, because
I find out that timing ironic, since it's Luna Day on Equestria Daily, and you conceived this idea just today, on the day on the dot a year earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that happens. Remember, when you work on something, time flies.
I know, right? I just find that fact ironic.
All right. Well, in any case, we took a lot more time here than I expected. Of course, it doesn't help we did started off a little late, but it's exciting. We got some exciting news for the future, and we also got a little bit of a tidbit of what's to come in April. Is there anything you want to share with us for a little holiday gift?
So, Circuit Main, as of right now, you and Dr. Wolf have agreed to allow us to make 2 cards of each OC.
Yep, that is actually a big news I had to hold on to, but yeah, so yeah, Circuit Main's going to be on the card, everybody.
Yes, you'll be coming out in the same set that we'll be releasing Dr. Wolf's card.
Cool.
Congratulations, Circuit.
Let me guess, the set's going to be called Electric Therapist.
Actually, no. We haven't decided on the name as of yet.
I was going to say Electric Chemist.
Yeah, that's
Electric
Chemist. I'll keep that in mind. I'll write it in my notes.
It's Dr. Wolf. He's not a chemist. He's a therapist or a psychiatrist, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know the difference.
Shocking Mind Shrinks. Actually, that's terrible. That sounds like an 80s movie.
Well, the plan for that set is to come out sometime next year in September or October.
Ooh, something early Christmas gift to look forward to for next year. Nice.
For the most part, we still plan to release this set on April 10th. We will be sure to notify everyone if we do have a delay. Right now, one of the biggest things that we're actually facing right now is we had to start the entire rule set from ground zero as of Thanksgiving week.
Oof. Fatal flaw.
Things come up.
So we have been working overtime to get the game to a new rule set, and we actually think that the rule set we came up with now is at least 20% cooler than the previous rule set.
I was spectating from a previous stream you guys were having, and it was like a month or two ago, and I got lost a few times because one, I wasn't there from the start of that match, and two, I wasn't sure on how the combat was initiated for and foremost.
Yeah, so that was, one of the big things that we got a lot of feedback a couple months ago about all of that, and we've decided the new rule set we think is going to be better, but we're still fine tuning it. We still plan to have that fully completed by mid-January, and the artist is almost completed with all of the art. We should have all of the art finished by February. If everything stays on timeline, then it goes to printing on March 15th.
Awesome.
Yeah, which actually is a birthday present to me. So
Happy birthday. We finally get our decks on print.
Yep, that's the plan. But otherwise, everything has been sent on financially. Everything's done for the most part. Now we're just finishing up the game and waiting for art to be completed.
All right.
In the meantime, we'll make sure to get this lore out to everyone. We're going to release a new lore piece every 2 to 3 days.
All right, and a quick heads up to anybody who is curious about this. It is going to be in our show notes right at the top, so be sure to check it out and join the Pony Wars CCG fan fiction group, which will keep you updated whenever they drop a new piece of lore, or join their Discord, which I'm sure they'll probably be doing that there as well. Or am I correct in that?
We will give updates to our Discord as well every time a new piece drops. So we try to keep everyone up to date. Also, if you're on our Discord, you can talk directly to anyone on the team. So there is that.
All right, and is there any other little juicy tidbits you want to drop before we go ahead and let you go?
That's a good question. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I had one other related to the lore. So I did want to share this.
Mm-hmm.
We have figured out the entire magic system of this world.
Ooh, that's going to be good to know because
Mm.
we really don't got that in normal fiction.
Well, you get that, but that from all the writing classes I've taken, magic systems are always the big one that you may have to absolutely make sure you have rules in place, or it just gets convoluted and weird.
Yeah, so the way the magic system works in this world is that the world has connected to it, but not necessarily in it, are things called nexuses, which each individual nexus is basically the source of all magic, from basically the creation of the world. Now,
So you will have a nexus like ice, water, fire, lightning.
Exactly.
So
and these nexuses play a major role in the actual way that the world works and the way that the lore operates. So it's something that when you're reading through the character arcs, make sure that you pay close attention to the alicorns, because it's not made clear in the character arcs because we're intentionally being vague, but each alicorn is connected to a possible nexus or became an alicorn in some way through forbidden magics and so forth. So keep an eye out for those character arcs.
And I just want to say that is a very interesting way, similar to how Twilight got into friendship, Cadence love, and about the celestial princesses. That is a very neat take on it, and I enjoy that idea.
Yeah, that was something that we spent, I think, a good couple weeks trying to really hash out these nexuses. So these nexuses also have physical location in the world where the magic for each individual one is stronger and more powerful. So definitely keep your eyes out for, more information on that, because those are going to be major points in the world.
Definitely a good thing to know. All right, and
You'll have to read between the lines.
Read between the lines and make sure you actually pay attention to the details. Devil's in the details.
The world is the stories are extremely detailed. Wings of Blackgrass did a fantastic job. We're talking most of the major character arcs are going to be about 2,000 words. So definitely look out for that, because if you read through everything, it will explain down to the minuscule detail of how every character is being influenced by the war and how the war got started. Now, once the war starts, we're not doing any stories during the war.
Because that's for us to determine through the card game. Sorry if I cut you off.
No, you're fine.
I guess it's the unfortunate thing about Discord interviews. It's always hard to not cut people off by accident.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the Discord page when I intervened.
All right. Well, it's definitely a lot to sink in. Oh, wow. I guess everybody's got some holiday reading to do. Nice.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and let you go, Drada, so you can get to work on continuing to build this world and get those cards out there, so we can start playing and imagining what we want to do to this world to really turn it on its head.
Yeah, I'm super excited to eventually get these cards out, get the stories out, and stuff. Just be patient, everyone. We're working as best we can. We have our deadlines. We are restricted by, the single artists that we have, and we're doing the best we can to make everything in this project as thorough and as professional as we possibly can.
All right, and of course, Strata, you're more than welcome to hang around with us while we do the rest of the show here, which will be pretty much complete insanity. At least whatever time
I do enjoy some good insanity, but I think that I should get back, because I still have some more reading myself to do before our development meeting tomorrow. So thanks for having me.
Of course, it was definitely a great time having you here and hearing more about the Pony Wars universe. And remember, everybody, once again, it's going to be in our show notes right at the top of the news. Go ahead and click on it, take a look, join in the group, join in their Discord, so you can keep up to date on this. And yeah, all of you writers, artists, everybody out there, get inspired, and let's start making some interesting lore to fill out this world once we get the baselines down. All right, and with that, let's go ahead and jump into the news here real fast. We got a few little bits of news, even though we're up nearing the holidays. Of course, jumping into Pony Convention news right off the bat here. PonyCon Countdown, we have one convention coming up in just a few days. Project C Pony's Quantum Christmas. This is going to be done in their Quantum server, which is the Minecraft server. Of course, it's going to be the day of Christmas, ending after Christmas. Again, it's due to the fact that they're across the seas, so their Christmas starts earlier than our Christmas. But if you do want to check it out, this will be in the Medium, the Minecraft server, which we explored on the stream some time ago. Definitely a great look through. And of course, New Year's, we have Burning Mare's New Year's Eve. It's a lot of fun there. Music and entertainment from pony musicians. Great way to round up the year. And let's go ahead and we got some slight news. Starting off with the Tales of Equestria are getting set to release a new compendium. So we already got one lore drop. Now we're going to get another lore drop. The Tales of Equestria is going to be bringing a bunch of new information for the book RPG series in early 2021. So creatures, characters, adventures, items, everything is going to be loaded in there, and you will find there'll be plenty of stuff to talk about. I can't wait to pick up my copy of it just to take a look and let you guys know what else they're going to introduce. Maybe we'll finally get that coveted bat pony we've always been wanting.
Yes, more bat ponies.
Or maybe not. I think we got a little too much on the bat ponies. Do you know what we need? No. You know what? You know what we absolutely need? No, we need Kieran. We need to have Kieran put in there.
Actually, that's not a bad idea either. Fire!
Anyway, on the bad idea side, My Little Pony Best Hair Day Princess Cadence got listed on Amazon.
Oh dear God!
I'm just going to let the image speak for itself here. Now, while we're waiting for the image to load up, just a quick heads up to everybody, we will be going on to Draw Pile. It does look like it is working for most people, and we have discovered that if you are having issues getting in, apparently there is a weirdness with the rooms. If you do not have an account, you can get in if your name is 4 letters or lower.
Yeah, four characters or less.
So, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah!
Okay, so I literally was trying to figure out the problem, Suki,
Yeah.
and I put in short instead of shorty, and it didn't prompt me password.
Wait, so that's 5.
Okay, 5 or less, maybe.
5 or less, maybe. 4 or 5, somewhere's around there. The
Wait, because
problem
mine is 5.
Yeah.
Oh, it's he basically
4.
says it's
So
letting him do
I
it,
think
and he,
I didn't get the T in. That's what happened.
Oh, you put in
Sure.
short.
Pegley is saying he got in and he used his whole name.
Yeah,
no,
but
for
he might
some
have an
reason,
account. He
vaguely
might have
got
an
in,
account.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, for
yeah,
some
vaguely
people,
this has
okay.
layers. I'm trying to find where the layers are. I made one, but I don't know where it is.
It's basically down below. Yeah.
And Tech Stallion Giant. Okay, if Tech Stallion doesn't have an account, I'm walking away because I don't know anymore.
I have an account.
Okay, he has an account. Sook! Oh, he's in! It works! We figured it out! Oh my god!
Apparently the 4 character thing works for me.
4 characters, everybody! If you don't have an account, 4 or less, please!
Yeah.
The way you get this is instead of input, just hit the other tab.
Cadence, your smug expression can't stop me now! We've had a Christmas miracle!
Repeat that again.
Repent, you
Okay,
pick clothing.
you see freehand brushes color input, right?
Freehand brushes color input. Yeah.
Right under input, it has another input and then layers.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, no, I hadn't been looking for that. I was actually fiddling with the input to see if.
I'm gonna walk away because that immediately came to mind a little political joke that I just want to die, so I'm gonna walk away now. But yeah, Cadence has a smug expression. Who wants to see knockoffs in the worst category?
Ew. I do.
Behold, Princess Celestia and Elsa. Knockoffs.
Even Luna gets upstaged in the world of bootleg merchandise. Thanks,
No,
Celestia.
it's because
Hold on.
it's because Luna is involved in moonshine, not bootlegs.
Honestly, I don't see why they didn't do Luna there. It's a
Oh.
freaking moon.
Well, it's because they're looking for marketable things, and you see.
Oh god, it's even worse. Look at the back of the box.
I know there's multiple others.
Oh,
No,
That's why they
it's
got,
not just-
Snow White, Cinderella, Elsa, and
Yeah.
Snow White.
what's that little kid? I can't remember her name.
Snow
Like,
White, Belle, I believe, Cinderella, and Elsa.
Oh, the
no, I don't think that's Elsa. I think that's the kid from the Disney TV show with the little
I'm
princess.
saying that's Belle, the one with the brown hair. That's Belle.
No, she looks more similar to this other kid I'm thinking of that I saw in commercials.
Her name would be Sophia.
Sophia, yes, that's the name.
Huh. Okay, well, either case, the funny thing is Celestia is apparently writing all of them, so I guess there's some joke in there about Celestia writing all the princesses, but I'm gonna leave Suki for that. Let Suki handle that one. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to Gameloft.
That say.
Actually, normally I would try to summon Coldust first, but I think we'll see if I can get CMC in here. Gameloft, Gameloft, Gameloft. Ponies, mobile game, Gameloft, Gameloft. Android,
Hey,
iPhone.
Matt, the whales are calling.
Gems,
Derpy's wearing
gems.
socks. Get over here.
Derpy's wearing socks.
What the fuck?
Don't tell him it's a trick.
Hi, Crazy Matt Captain. We're talking about the Gameloft update, where apparently they've added the interesting new versions of the main 6, which are currently available right now.
It's the same old of other ones that they've done, where it's just, yeah, here's a bunch of things that we're adding behind a paywall.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And, you have no helpers for the event. You have to buy them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Greedloft being Greedloft here.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I gave up with them a long time ago.
I do gotta admit,
Given
though,
how greedy this game can get, I'm not surprised.
Well, with,
I've learned to manipulate it. I'm actually doing well on the community side right now to get that one. I don't know how well I'm doing to get the end of this.
I think I'm on track if I hold on to it. I'm actually just 3 behind to the end, so if I get one every 2 days, I should be fine. But anyway, I do gotta, even though they're doing the whole paywall bullshit, I can't knock them on the designs though. If we were gonna nightmare everybody else, so I find it funny that every other Nightmare version of the characters has armor outside of Nightmare rarity, which you think would have like maybe at least the most flamboyant armor, all things considered.
She's too fabulous. She doesn't need no armor.
She wouldn't fashion something so god.
She's so fabulous naked. Apparently.
Exactly.
The canon version is kind of a detriment here.
Also, Nightmare Pinkie Pie would make the fourth wall her bitch 24/7.
Yes, she would.
Granted, just to give everybody a heads up on what's actually going on, magical mishap involving Trixie. So, yeah, they're not actually nightmares on themselves. They just look that way. So, yeah.
Though I'm confused at which outfits they used. And
Funny, I thought that was Starlight.
Were these outfits leaked a while back, or were they used before? Because this is Babysitter Trixie outfit.
Oh no, these were used before. This was actually used a few months back because remember Babysitter Trixie got like so much art.
Yeah,
because people love the hell out of it.
I looked in the.
I'm still seeing art of it.
Yeah, I looked in the fashion show, and the later things were locked again.
Oh no, we lost Short Circuit.
So I'm working on stuff.
Okay.
So if they're locked again, you have to reopen them to wear those outfits.
Well, that's dumb. Or maybe it's just for the event. It might just be locked for the event. I don't know, but in any case,
they
yeah.
Generally are open and you can wear them at all times.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to check it out, a lot of artists have already been starting to run a little bit with the character art involving the Nightmare 6. So it's a little bit of fun there. But yeah, otherwise, unfortunately, Gameloft is asking for money once again, which is no surprise. But here's some.
I just noticed something with the Dash. Remember the evil Rainbow Dash from Pinkie Pie's Pie Conspiracy episode?
Okay, yeah, I got him. She has the same coloring, except for the sparkly hair.
That looks familiar.
Well,
and of course, Twilight's got the Nightmare Sparkle.
Well, does this look familiar?
Actually, her middle main highlights are more of her mother's coloring.
Well, here's something that might look better. Kotobukiya.
Yes.
Yes, they have unleashed the prototypes of Luna and Celestia, and I could not be happier.
They are glorious.
I found those.
Yeah, you did. You actually posted them before Equestria Daily did. So yeah, kudos on you too, man. Way to keep on top of it. I saw them
posted in another Discord server I frequent.
Yeah, but it's got me all excited and also terrified because now it means I got 2 more figures I need to get.
Oh no!
Enough $100.
More money! More money! Oh god, the money! Where's all the money gone?
Oh well. Pony merchandise.
Yes. But it's still exciting either way, and I'm really excited for this. I cannot wait. But we're going to have to. And with that is going to be it for our show notes. which means it's time to quickly talk about content creation, because we put an art challenge out there. We challenge you to do the art, and sometimes you come up to do the art, and sometimes everybody's too exhausted. Unfortunately, this holiday has been ridiculously exhausting for everyone, so I can't blame anybody, especially
Let
myself.
this year end, please.
Yeah. But the challenge of the week, I put out holiday coffee. And of course, we had the protest initiative challenge.
Is Coldust in here?
I don't know. I figured he would be dragged along with CMC,
No,
but
I just pulled up the Discord page. He's not in.
He is making a potato. Or
Potato.
at least that's what he stepped
A
away to do.
potato summoned
Go,
him.
but yes, Coldust, we had the protest initiative challenge.
Why do I have the hiccups now?
Oh, hey, yes we do. The Protest Initiative Challenge this week is a Christmas train.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
was your potato?
I have it next to me. Let me see how it tastes. Potato. That's potatoey.
Alright.
Good.
Okay, so in the realm of trying to improve myself, of course, I jumped on to Clip Art Studio once again, working a little bit more on trying to do line art. This time I did it more in a vector style rather than just kind of going with a G-pen and hoping to hell it works. So some of the lines look a little bit cleaner. But of course, you see Circuit here is just sitting enjoying a Christmas tree while a Christmas train is pulling around his holiday coffee.
Nice.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Well, that's what I tried to do. I tried to take both prompts and put them into one image. I figure that's a lot of fun there.
That is. You did great.
And Commander something, I do not blame you. You're making a wonderful image that we're going to be talking about next week, which is going to be exciting.
What about the image I'm making?
We're going to be talking about that for the rest of time. And Toakoi. Suki is awesome, but Toakoi did art. Toakoi did do last week's challenge. Of course, we didn't see it until about 3 days ago.
Toa, this looks amazing. This looks super cute. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, nice little image with Garland. I'm gonna hope that the volcano isn't somewhere in the... Oh no, it was baking soda. Never mind. I just did a volcano because I'm crazy.
Yeah,
Probably.
no, I wanted to do like snow, but then I'm like, there's no reason for it.
Alright, and of course, Toa also did Gift Hunter, so he caught up.
Yep. And guess who got coal for the Secret Santa?
It was CMC, wasn't it?
But yeah, I actually thought, wait, why wouldn't there be a place that sells trains called the Caffeine Express and another place called Train Spotter's Brew House?
That just sounds like a neighborhood that I've for some reason been put in charge of, where everything is just hidden coded train references.
Hey, Short, you okay there?
What? Is it making noise?
You're hearing a lot of heavy breathing.
Yeah, no, I'm fighting with stuff. I'll mute for a bit while I'm doing.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure he was okay, because, you know, he's got to move truck stuff around, and worried he might stab himself or something.
I'm at home at the moment, actually.
Oh, okay then. I guess that works too. So, yeah, getting back on track here. I'm getting a lot of dings. So,
Ding, ding.
yeah, awesome little art here, Toa. I love it.
Thanks. I'm at least trying to include everyone.
No, I know. That's a good thing to do. It's great.
I mean, I've got to say, like, that is, like, if I were to make a hobby shop, I would totally be the sort of person who'd also combine it with a coffee house, just because I am big on, actually quite a few things, but coffee and trains, that seems like a good combo.
What do you think?
I could serve people coffee on tiny trains and then have tons of short circuits all the time.
Yeah, you'd have a lot of coffee all over the rails.
Now I just
Beauty
imagine
of
a
it,
bunch
the
of
train
little
runs
bees.
on caffeine.
Alright, well...
Tons of short circuits all the
Oh
time.
my
Alright,
gosh,
so,
yeah, there's a bunch of little tiny short circuits all over the line, just like, get off the track! We're not doing the trolley problem here!
That's actually partly terrifying. But we got to get back on track here because unfortunately time is shorter than expected. So, challenge for next week. Holidays are wrapping up here, but of course it means that the next few days are going to be either the most exhausting, or after that is all over and done with, it's going to be the most relaxing because nobody's going to want to do anything. So next week, relaxing. We're just going to relax and enjoy ourselves, taking a light break. Because even the show next week, we're just going to have some fun with quizzes, as Coldust has suggested we do.
I have not prepared for that at all. We need to get on that.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
But before we prepare for that, Coldust, what's the protest initiative challenge?
I was legitimately thinking similar lines to what you were thinking. We're just like a freebie week. Just like, because it's gonna be like the holidays. It's stressful. Like, I don't know.
If you want to go for a freebie, I always think Boxing Day is good for pancakes.
Well, I mean, you got to draw something back to the future because apparently I'm the only one who knows who Marty McFly is.
Oh, leave it alone.
Who's that?
Fair.
Okay, and real fast here.
Is that the guy that banged his mother?
Griffin in this
So
All
what
right.
was the actual protest?
Is the protest a freebie week, or do you actually have something else in mind?
Yeah, go for a freebie week. I think everyone needs it.
Freebie week it is.
Do what you want. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Alright. Okay, before we get a whole bunch of drunk like singing here, let's just wrap up real fast on one important thing here. So now, since we're just a few days away, I'm not going to shout out any specific vendors. However, I am going to shout out a few vendor group locations because it may be a little too late to actually get holiday gifts, but it doesn't mean you can't get something nice for yourself, either due to financial windfalls by friends, family, or otherwise, if things ever get done. But keeping that in mind, I would like to give a shout out to all of the Brony vendors out there that are still that may be struggling a little bit just to make ends meet because of both the pancake situation as well as the conventions not being as available as usual outside of the online sphere. So I want to give a reminder to everybody that in our show notes we have a link to the support vendors Discord, and this is full of Brony vendors. So many of them for any kind of art you can want, any kind of creation. There's everything. Books. There's I mentioned art, but there's so much art. Card games. There's even furry tales and other things if you want to have something different. And of course, I do also recommend if you like a specific artist, check out Twitter. A lot of artists are still on Etsy. However, apparently some artists have also started to leave Etsy to make their own sites, so it may not be as reliable to find Brony stuff there anymore. But you can... Sorry. Twitter is always a great place to find out if they have their own storefront and to check that out.
It's true. It is. I hear a lot of artists are leaving Etsy. From what I've heard from people that I know, it's mostly because like Etsy's whole deal of like what the charges or what the cuts are to use Etsy. It's like not exactly fair, and they keep boosting that. So
kind of like Apple stipping people and using their app store.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, considering right now there's
tech companies.
Considering right now Epic is literally set them up to start a lawsuit on them. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Along with Google Play
and everything. Like, so with that stuff, I've been following it through LTT stuff. So the unfortunate thing is that Epic started the whole contest against them, but there are problems. So for instance, LTT has a video service called Floatplane where you can subscribe and pay a producer to watch their videos, kind of like a Patreon for videos, right?
Right.
Well,
when they set up their app for Apple, it immediately got taken down, and in order for them to get it put back up in like all of their like your help sections and all that stuff, your service sections, they had to take out any connection to their own website because you pay through their website, and Apple's like, no, we won't let you put that up then, unless you're Netflix or somebody like that. But if you're not paying, if your service isn't being funded through Apple, and you have connections to your site that requires payment, they're like, no, you can't have it on an Apple thing. Perfectly fine on Google Play Store, but Apple's like, nope. So they have like a stripped down version of their service, which barely has any. You can watch videos. That's about it.
Well, there's a
There's
lot.
not much chat features, streaming features. All those features are gone because the Apple wouldn't allow them to put their app on the store until they cut it down. And it wasn't until they finally managed to get a hold of a real person on Apple's side when they finally said, "Okay, we'll let you use what you have here now."
Unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not just
so-
that. There's a lot of sites that are being affected, but
It's
that's
like pulling teeth, just like with YouTube's help support.